Maring, and this is my lovely wife Jennifer, and we are photographers and filmmakers, and we divide our time between Wallingford, Connecticut and New York City, and we get to travel the world and have creative projects. Well, we got started in photography right out of high school, so we've been doing this about 25 years, and really it's just been an incredible journey of just slowly working our way up from doing the smallest assignments you can possibly imagine to some pretty spectacular assignments working for celebrities and big corporations and things along those lines. So it's been a lifelong journey, to say the least.
Yeah, I think we both have started out really young. And I think that's really aided us because we've not only seen so many progressions in our industry, but we've also had a film background and now a digital background. So it's pretty amazing seeing both things come to life in our profession.
The transition from film to digital for us was pretty seamless. I'm lucky enough that I grew up with computers in my house from a very young age, having one of the first PCs back in the day. So I really was comfortable with digital technology because we really embraced it along the way. But as soon as I saw the first digital camera that was a professional level digital camera, going back to what was known as the Kodak 460 digital camera, which was about a $30,000 camera at the time, I knew right away that it was the smartest thing we could do to invest in digital photography, and we took the leap of faith.
Getting into things while we were kind of bright-eyed about things, and things were young and in infancy stages, we were able to kind of experience and be on the forefront of technology and really understand a lot of the ins and outs. And I think also having a printing background, we've always printed our own things, so the advent of using Photoshop really enabled us to say, wow, these are the things that we've done in the darkroom, how can we utilize this in our digital senses? And we've created some really beautiful masterpieces by kind of blending both ideas together.
We consider ourselves as much technologists as we do artists. In fact, I tend to be on the very cutting edge of technology at all times. So I'll tend to invest early in new technologies that others are kind of shying away from because of their professional careers. And I find that investing early and being forward thinking is what's allowed us to sustain our career for this long. We started to see cameras get produced and invented that really changed the shape of the video industry. We knew we wanted to be a part of it. The advent of Canon's 5D Mark II system, where they suddenly had the ability to capture incredible quality video within a DSLR style camera and have video that was as pretty as a picture, a printed photograph. We knew it was time to kind of invest in that technology, but also to learn as much about the video industry as humanly possible, because we knew at some point the two were going to merge together and become one and the same.
As technologists, I mean, we utilize technology daily. We have smartphones, we go on the internet, we see so many videos as far as commercials are concerned. And being a photographer, I thought it was very smart for us to understand the video aspects of it for our personal clients, because our clients are asking us to create commercials, and if they need to pull a still, well, then they pull the still from it. So it just was a smart way to take our photography knowledge and continue our client resources and open up other opportunities to continue having just bigger jobs.
Yeah. So a lot of times people will come to us for photography and then hire us for video. But now we're starting to see as well people come to us for video and then they also want some stills for the project. And with the advent of 4K video, we're now able to take on a commercial assignment, light it for video, shoot 4K video during the entire commercial project, have the video for the billboards in Times Square or for their online presence or wherever it needs to be, but also pull stills from that video content that are high resolution stills, which are complementary for banners on their website or product shots or things of that nature. So because technology has evolved from stills and video being a separate thing to now video being the thing due to high resolution video, we wanted to be a part of that, and we think it's a really positive way that the industry is growing in a creative direction. When it comes to style, photographically speaking, and we do translate this a lot to our video projects as well, we tend to want to be capturing the truth as opposed to a fictional version that's the artist idea of what it should be. So most of our projects tend to be more photojournalistic on the photographic front, but our clients fall in love with that style of work in our photography. So we've kind of transitioned that into our video projects as well. For instance, if we film a wedding and photograph a wedding, we want to capture what actually happens and try to spin it with a creative edit into something that's fun to watch, as opposed to script their every move and force them to kind of do what we think a wedding should look like.
To add to what he's saying, you know, the reality is that the cool thing about being an artist is, yes, we are telling the truth, but we get to do it in a very unique way. Everybody has their own sense of how they feel their truth is. And each individual story is entirely different. So some people have more of a romantic sense to them. So we're creating the project with more of a romantic undertone to their truth or their story. Other people have, you know, a raw and tough journey, and we need to kind of share that within the film and showcase and depict that style of storytelling. So really, while we're telling the truth, we're doing it in a very creative fashion to really explain and express each situation.
We started a website called Together in Style, which initially was more of just a wedding blog. And as we started to evolve with it, we were getting feedback and whatnot from people. And we decided we needed to go beyond weddings and into some other avenues to make it as interesting as we could. But what really kicked it off was the fact that I went to produce a little montage of my mom for my mom's 70th birthday. And what I realized in that is that we're so involved as filmmakers and photographers in capturing other people's lives that when I went to create this montage of my mom, and we've been in a family business for 25 years, I really didn't have a lot of photographs and hardly any video clips of us running our business or any of the behind the scenes, and we live and breathe it every single day. So we decided to start filming everything that we do and capturing our lives creatively everywhere we go. And so we started evolving that into a little bit of a web series that we call Our Real Life, REEL. And now it's really us kind of, hate to say it, but we're talking jive. You know, we drive around in our car and we tell our own story, and then we use clips that we capture of our own lives behind the scenes. And it's kind of a spin on reality TV, but it's actually real. It's not a fictionalized version of our lives. And we figured since we were creatively editing it for our own lives, we'd share it with the world too.
And Together in Style is definitely, you know, a great tool for us to be able to share with our clients, because you have to realize that as photographers or filmmakers, I decorate the studio or my front porch for photo shoots. And then I often have clients say, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I would love to do this at home. So I share with them how to do it. And so, you know, we also work with the finest party planners. We get to travel for our jobs. We taste food all around the world. So adding that type of spin into it really kind of shows just not who we are as an artist, but who we are as people. And I think that it really opens up the doors to a lot of kind of dispelled mysteries. You know, kind of gives you like the inside scoop of what's going on.
It's true. And you know, as you grow in this field and you start to gain credentials and you start photographing celebrities and things of that nature, I think the public has a perception of you could be a pompous New York photographer, you know. And it's kind of fun because Together in Style and Our Real Life kind of dispels those mysteries that, hey, they're nice people. They're not just...
they're just trying hard. They're working
hard and working artists. And it's a fun way that we can share our own lives, but also capture it for ourselves so that we have it. It's a tough balance. They say find a work-life balance. We've never found that. So what we've decided years ago was that since being a small business owner, we're in charge of not only capturing the photographs in the moments, but also getting it all edited and getting it delivered to the clients. But we're also in charge of the accounting and paying our taxes and paying our bills and all the things that go along with
to clients.
The marketing. So, you know, this is what I challenge people that are wanting to get into this industry to understand is that you're doing the job of, you really have to love what you do because you're doing the job of 7, whereas if you worked with a company, you'd have one of those jobs.
Yeah.
And so it's important that small business owners and people that get into this field to realize that they have to look at it from a perspective of this is a lifestyle. You have to embrace it. Instead of thinking of it as work, you really have to make it your life's journey and your lifestyle. And that's what has allowed us to really have this longevity I think anyway.
It's not. It's definitely not the easy road taken.
No.
I mean, without a doubt, they say there's starving artists. Well, there's a reason for that because it's hard work, and art, as in general, I think lends itself to a very creative environment. And the thing is that you have to kind of control the creativity in the sense that you still got to pay the bills and have some electricity. So the deal is that you have to find the way that the rhythm works well, and that you can understand that there's going to be highs and there's going to be lows, but you just have to get through it, and you just have to be true to yourself.
True to yourself.
The more you are honest with yourself and the more truth you have within your work, I think the more that people fall in love with who you are and what it is that you're doing for people. Because let's face it, the job that we have is pretty cool. We get to tell people stories.
It is amazing. Yeah.